make sure it's going through. Well, Amy, Mario Mum, or my wife Chrissy as we like to call her, is actually about 5 feet in that direction right now, and thus she will be joining the chat in just a second. Yes, again, good evening, one and all, and welcome to this another Real Review UK live Lego build. Now, we're going to do a little bit of a different set tonight. It's set number 40601, Majisto's Magical Workshop. It's a limited edition set, and obviously, as we do it, get yourselves in the chat, start chatting to us, talk to us, because it's a slightly bigger set than yesterday. But before we do get into building this set, I would just like to thank Amy in the chat and give a little bit of a teaser, shall we say. We're going to come under the cameras, look. 13-day spooky countdown horror ducks. Well, it says 13-day, but there's actually 15 of them in here. And we're going to be filming a video, me and the wife, opening these in a proper video rather than a live stream. And we're going to, shoot them beautifully. We're going to put them on turntables and we're going to make them look really cool. But thank you so much, because this was sent over to us from Amy in Kentucky, over in the United States. You can't get this Horror Duck advent calendar here in the United Kingdom. Just can't be purchased here. So it arrived today. It's arrived in one piece. And we will be shooting a video quite possibly tomorrow. We just see what time Amazon decide to deliver the little £11-12 turntable thing that we've ordered. But they are here. They are waiting to be opened. They are waiting to be seen. Amy says, are you actually letting him put together another Lego? You can't. They might be able to hear you if you speak up loudly. You don't want to speak? She doesn't want to speak. She's enjoying her time relaxing over there. Now, I do find myself at a bit of a quandary here, folks, because I didn't bring up either a knife or a pair of scissors, and this is not a pop box. It has proper Lego seals on it. So let me just think on this one for a second. You should see my wife's eyes right now. She's just staring at me like this. Let me just think on this. I have... Oh, look what I have. It's a bottle cap. I have a bottle cap. It's a Coca-Cola bottle cap. It says, please recycle me, and I'm glad I didn't recycle it, because I'm going to use it to slice through this seal. And do you know what? It hasn't worked. Yeah, it's worked! We're in! We're in! No! Oh no, you can't really have a pocket knife in this country, Amy. Jesus! We've got a knife crime epidemic in this country. If you had a pocket knife here, you'd probably get arrested. Oh my god. Look at this piece. Look at that. I mean, that is pretty cool, but probably usually something you'd find in something like a Minecraft set. Save those bottle caps for after the bombs drop. Okay. Everyone carries a pocket knife in Kentucky. Well, oh my god, there's 2 of them. Look at that. There's 2 of them. Okay, these are pretty cool. I'm quite impressed already, and we haven't even really opened it. We've got 2 numbered bags, number 1 and number 2, 2 numbered stages anyway. They're pretty big stages, and we've got, I have to sort of look where I'm going here. We've got some stickers. You can see what's on them. One of them appears to be like Majisto spellbook, and the other a pair of blinds, perhaps? I'm not terribly sure. But this is quite the book as well. Quite the instruction book. But I guess rather than dilly-dallying and shilly-shallying and all of that. Let's just get into building this bad boy. Wow. This is pretty awesome. Oh, we're going to be using these big pieces in the first stage. And we've got to find... maybe they didn't have the rights to call him Merlin, because he really does look like Merlin in this book. But they're calling him Majisto. One look at that and I would chuck it into the bin. All those parts make my head hurt. They make my heart sing, Amy. Do you know what we're going to do tomorrow? I think tomorrow anyway. You can. My wife will either nod or agree from across the room, but I think it may be time for the Christmas decorations to go up. Oh, she's nodding. She's nodding. So if you want a little video tour of the Christmas tree and the like, let me know in the chat, and we might do something on that. Good evening, Shalini. I hope you are well, and if you are not chatting already, please feel free to say hello. We don't bite here. We're not biters. Well, I don't know. Shalini is Irish. She might be a biter. But yes, we're here to just chat, have fun, have a laugh while I build some plastic bricks. And Amy says, yay, please do the Christmas decorations. We can film the Christmas decorations, I think. And don't forget, if you haven't already, hit the like button. If you're watching on phone, just double tap the middle of the screen and that should like it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we have a super chat goal of one £5 super chat within the first hour. And if we get that, awesome. If we beat it, amazing. But it's there. There are a lot of parts here. Shalini has just scoffed some chocolates. Were they good though? That is the question. Were they good chocolates? Chocolat. Chocoladen. Anybody know how to say chocolate in any other languages? That's French and German. I'm struggling. Oh, Merlin's beard is probably in this packet that I haven't even opened yet. That's probably why I'm struggling to find his beard. And I need to stop calling him Merlin Majisto, because I don't know, licensing rights, perhaps. Shalini, do you want to see the duck calendar? I'll show it off one more time before we actually start building this, if you haven't seen it yet. Look, so this is tomorrow's video that me and Chrissy are going to shoot, because Amy sent us all the way from Kentucky the 13-day spooky countdown horror ducks. It's actually 15, because it says 13 classic ducks, 2 hidden ducks, 15 blind box. So thank you for sending those from Kentucky. Now, Amy, I have a proposal for you. As you are in Kentucky, you need to go and get me a video reviewing the original Kentucky Fried Chicken. Sanders Court, if it's still there. I know that's probably been done to death, but hey, you're in Kentucky. Why not, eh? Why not? Look, he's getting a bit of a beard on him already. Found his beard. Well, the chocolates were okay, were they? Okay. Have to say, love your ducks, Amy. Yeah, I've seen Amy's ducks. She said, oh, Amy says, oh my god, okay, I'll ask Bruce. Go on. You got to do it for us. Go and shoot yourself a video having some Kentucky Fried Chicken at the Kentucky Fried Chicken, as you are in Kentucky. It's got to be done. But there is Majisto Merlin. Oh, Black Magic chocolates. I'm not a fan. I'm not going to lie to you, Shalini. I am not a fan. It would be cool, Shalini. You're absolutely right. And we could feature it here on the channel. It'd be pretty awesome. So I might need to use the GoPro here to sort of weigh down this book. If I get food poisoning, I'm blaming you. Well, I would hope, with how long Sanders Court has been opened, you wouldn't get food poisoning, because hopefully they kind of know what they're doing at this point. That would be my hope. Once again, if you're watching, don't hesitate to say hello. click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're watching on mobile, the way to like is to just double tap the middle of the screen, because we are vertical, and we are building some Lego here whilst having a chat. Shalini says, well, it was a gift, but Vaughn's niece ate most of them, so wasn't many left. Fair enough. I mean, like I say, I'm not a huge fan of the Black Magics. I don't think... And the thing is, I really do like dark chocolate as well. I'm just not a fan of the Black Magic box. Unless they've made it better over the years. Obviously, that's a possibility. Where am I going here? I need this. That's for sure. And then I need 2 of these. Had a few yesterday. Haven't you heard what is happening in US restaurants and fast food places? Well, I think they're going to get a bit of a culture shock when your new health secretary takes over and basically says, you can't do food like this anymore. So that should be interesting anyway. Bit of a shake-up, perhaps, coming. Because one thing I will say, whilst food is a lot more abundant in the United States than it is, and a lot cheaper in the United States than it is here, what was I going to say? We have much higher food standards in Europe and the UK than they do over there in the United States, and that's not to say that the United States is wrong. I mean, I love going to the US. I haven't been in years, but I love coming to the US. I love eating food in the US, but the food standards, especially with preservatives and things like that, are certainly much more stringent, shall we say, here in Europe and the UK. So he says, Amy says, sorry, if they think you voted for the Orange Man, they are poisoning your food. Oh dear. No. Let's hope that that's not a thing. Wow. I have coffee tonight, by the way. If you could share the stream out as well, we'd really appreciate that. Get some people to come along and come and say hello. Chrissy is there in the chat. You can just say hello to her and she will speak back eventually. Perhaps not immediately, but eventually. And we've got any more contenders entering the arena. I think, to chat, you must have had to have been a subscriber for at least 10 minutes to the channel. So therein lies the challenge. I understand what you're saying. The standards here are awful before they started poisoning it on purpose. I mean, your country, you can get pork pink. Now, our country would never allow that. They would never ever allow pork to be served pink. Whether or not that's a thing and whether or not it's actually safe, I don't know. But not here. Not here. So, this thing I think looks a lot bigger than it actually is, because it's got more bigger pieces than yesterday's build. But if we're going to start doing more of these builds, we're going to quickly run out of some of the stuff we've got. That is not safe, but we no longer eat pork, so no worries. You see, pork's fine to eat as long as you cook it correctly, Amy. All you got to do is cook it correctly. And I love pork, I'm not going to lie. I think it's a wonderful meat, but got to cook it right. You know, make sure it's not pink. Make sure it's not pink. That's all I would say. It's like chicken. You wouldn't eat chicken pink, would you? You'd make sure that chicken was completely cooked through. And the same kind of goes for other white meats like pork. Red meats, beefs, lambs, all of that, that's fine. Amy says, I love bacon, but we gave it up for religious reasons. Well, I'm not one to judge. If you want to eat it, eat it. If you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. I'm not like one of them weird militant vegans or anti-vegans that are like, you're evil if you eat this, or you shouldn't be this. Nah, do what you want. At the end of the day. As long as you're not harming me, my family, or anyone else, I don't see an issue. I really don't. We had bacon with brekkie yesterday, says Shalini. Yummy. You know what? I haven't had an honest-to-God English breakfast fry-up made for me for very long time. But we're going to have a few of them next week whilst we're at Butlins in Bognor Regis. And we shall obviously endeavour to film the buffet line, show you what we're having, what's available, whether or not the selections have got even smaller, because that's a possibility. Fritzy says she's not a huge fan of bacon until she is. She's not a huge fan of bacon until she is, and then sometimes she can just go for some bacon. But I got bacon medallions, no tail bit. Oh my god, no! You've got to do the whole shebang. I mean, in America, Shalini, they don't really do back bacon; they do streaky bacon, which is, to us, it's weird. But bacon wrapped jalapeno peppers, says Amy in Dystopia. Amy, I'm not eating the jalapeno bit. You just give me the bacon wrap. I'll be I'll be good with that. That'll do me. See, whether or not I like streaky, I'm not really sure, because if you cook it right, where it's at that sort of level between crispy and cremated, it's really good. But anything under that, it's not. But you can't get it to like burnt, but crispy to cremated. So it's kind of full. Canadian bacon is odd. Well, Canadian bacon, Amy, is basically British bacon, back bacon, which is our standard of bacon here in the UK. So it's like you guys have Mexican Coke, right? Which is Coca-Cola made with real sugar. That's just British Coke here. It's the same thing. So I know you find it weird, but I guess that's a cultural thing, because we find streaky bacon different and weird. I mean, the only places you really get it here are like in Burger King and in McDonald's. You don't really get it in like a cafe or anything like that. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm building here at this point. Look, I'll show you what I've done so far. I'm building a hidden workshop inside a rock by the looks of it. But yeah, so what you call Canadian bacon. Well, exactly, Amy. It is what you grow up with. And I imagine even between the different states in which you've lived, there's somewhat of a difference in culture and culture shock and the way that people eat and the things that they normalize. I mean, I know, for example, if you go further down south, you'll get things like shrimp and gumbo and stuff like that, whereas further north, you're not going to get those sorts of things. It's just, it's cultural. And that's not to say it's a bad thing. It's not to say it's a bad thing at all. I've got to turn this around now, because I'm putting things on the mountain. On the mountain. Cellini, so we had yesterday fried eggs, bacon medallions, garlicky mushrooms, and toast. I made the tea. My cooking isn't the best, ask Vaughn. You had me right up until the garlicky mushrooms part, and also, where are the sausages? I know you say he can cook all right, and he can make you that sort of thing, but he's making you a fry-up, and he's not even giving you sausages on the plate? Come on now. I think a little bit of training is required for your husband there, or Mr. Vaughan. I think a little bit of training is required. A bacon medallion is a piece of back bacon, so Canadian bacon, for example, but the tail bit is cut off, and so you just get the round piece basically without the fat as well, which is arguably the best bit, I might add. But yeah, that's basically what a bacon medallion is. So, as you guys don't have back bacon or Canadian bacon, you would know. Like, do you know what bacon lardons are, Amy? Bacon lardons. Sometimes I get them and cook them when I'm doing things like wraps and stuff like that, just as a little bit of an extra bit of salty crispiness to add to them. Look at that. I'm making an almost pointless extra piece of something or other in the rock. That's what's going on. I like the way you call it the tail, Shalini. Oh, it's minus the tail. It's the bacon, but it's all without the tail. Oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah. So where does this piece go? I'm trying to work out where this teeny tiny little piece goes. It is teeny. We can't even get it in. There we go. Trying to work out where to place this upon. Place this upon the altar of. Oh, it goes down here. Right down here. Vaughn also makes a wicked omelette. He's a great cook. So you've got him well trained, is what you're saying. You've got him well trained. So that's handy, at the very least. You know, sometimes. Well, I love Vaughn. I won't take the mick out of him too much. I do enjoy Vaughn. He's fun. He was trained beforehand, but then you completed his training, like the Sith complete the Jedi's training. He was trained in the ways of the light side, but by the time I finished corrupting him, he was trained in the ways of the dark side of the Force. Oh dear. I'm on a weird one today. I am. I'm on a weird one today, but perhaps that's a good thing because maybe it'll make me more entertaining. Who knows? You say you're not a Sith. You say you're not a Sith. But are you a Sith? Oh. I need this big horn. Look at this big horn. I need this big horn. And then I'm going to attach the big horn down here. Somehow. Some way. I'm going to plug it into that. And then I'm going to place it on there. This doesn't quite look like it's supposed to. I'm not going to lie. Unless it's supposed to just stick out. Like that. Perhaps. Perhaps it's supposed to stick out like a corrupted tree branch. It might well be the piece that is a Velociraptor tail, Shalini. They reuse parts for everything. And then we're going... Oh, we're doing a second half of this mountain now. So we're going to put this first half of the mountain aside. You know, the one problem of having a black desk is that when you have black pieces, they kind of blend into your black desk. That is a thing. That happens. We are building basically the same thing, but in the opposite direction now. So we're going to have two halves of a lonely mountain. Okay, oaky dokily, as Ned Flanders would say. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Put this in the middle so at least it can be seen. Looks like you were. Oh, I know you're Irish, Shalini. I know. You're Irish. You like your potatoes. I will not stereotype anymore. Can't believe it's nearly the end of the month. Can't believe it's nearly the end of the month. I can't believe it's nearly bloody Christmas, Shalini. I mean, it's coming. It's coming up thick and fast. Christmas already. I mean, look, I'm doing this in a Santa hat. For now, it's getting a bit warm in that, actually. I'm going to take that off. Now my hair is a bit of a mess, but I am just out the shower, so it shouldn't be that bad. I am literally doing the exact same thing, but in reverse at this particular moment in time. Which is both cool and annoying at the same time. Yeah, I know. It is insane that we are nearly there once again. Nearly at Christmas, and then then once again nearly at New Year's. The time is another year. Let's see if we make it to Christmas. Rumour has it ground troops, maybe from France and UK. Well, let's just see what happens there, and let's hope that doesn't happen. But in the same breath, this is not the place for that. This is the place for having a joyous time. And no, I know that you know, and you know, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But I think I'm beyond that now. Like, at the end of the day, Amy said something quite profound to me earlier on. She messaged me and she basically said, you know what will be, and all we can do is continue to live our lives and enjoy ourselves one day at a time, because it may well not all be here tomorrow. So I think that's the best we can do, right? We just got to plod on, push on, enjoy ourselves, have some fun, and whatever will be, whatever happens, happens. Because at the end of the day, you, me, my wife over there, you're fine, don't worry. None of us can control this sort of thing. If madmen and world leaders are going to do things that are to our detriment, well, it's just like any other day in government, isn't it? So we can't do anything to control it. We can't do anything to stop it. Shalini says, hi, Chrissy. So that's all we can do. We can just plod on, push on, and enjoy what we've got while we've got it. Because it could all be gone tomorrow. And yeah, that was quite profound. And I happen to agree. I do. I happen to agree. Because it could all be gone tomorrow. And the madman in 10 Downing Street, the madman in the Kremlin, could make decisions. The man without a brain in the White House could make decisions that ultimately end all of our lives. So enjoy every day, I would say. I totally agree with that sentiment. And it is what it is. But if you agree, then don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you'd like to help us hit our goal, we have a super chat goal of one £5 super chat within the first hour of the stream. I have a sticker to put on. You know what? I am terrible at doing these. I'm terrible at them. So let's see if I can place this sticker upon this tile. I'm not gonna do it directly under the camera. I'll show you the result once I've done it. And you can tell me whether I've done a good job. You know what? That will do. Let me know. Do you think I've done a good job placing that sticker upon that tile? I know it's difficult with crappy work, Shalini, and I know that you have a hard time with what you're doing and stuff like that. But we're just got to make the best of it. Oh, £2 towards the super chat goal. Thank you very much, Shalini. Oh, right. Look, we've built some little table stuff like that down here so far. I think this is all going to join together and close up like one big mountain hideaway. We shall see. I'm not the biggest fan of stickers. I like printed pieces. I think, Chrissy, you're the same? She's nodding. She's nodding. She might not be nodding, but I'm saying that she is. Okay. This is the part where I frantically say, there's a piece missing, there's a piece missing. And then there's probably not a piece missing. I don't know, Shalini. I mean, this is sort of a limited edition set, so it wasn't really from anything. I'm wrong, there's not a piece missing. See? See, I told you. I just frantically go, in my head, oh, there's a piece missing. And it's not missing. Because I never needed that piece in the first place. Because it was already on there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a noise. I'm surprised I haven't been attacked by Florence yet. That's probably coming. Mr. V said yesterday the stickers are fiddly. Yeah, of course they're fiddly because they're tiny. They're tiny. I mean, actually, I would say that the bigger ones are even worse, to be honest. Because if you've got one that's like yay big, and you've got to try and line it all up correctly, it can go very wrong very quickly. The smaller ones are probably less fiddly, actually. What am I doing? Little quarter pipey type piece. Where is it? Where are you? There it is. There it is. Putting those pieces in there. I missed like 15 minutes, had to manage mama dog. Well, you're back now, and that's all that matters. I was just telling Shalini about your profound, well, the chat about your profound statement to me earlier that we should just enjoy and live each day as it comes, because let's face it, the psychos in power are just going to do what psychos in power do, and ultimately you, me, any of us, we don't have the power to change that. We don't. And as defeatist as that sounds, it's true. It's true. So just find things that you love doing and go out there and do them. Because there might not be a tomorrow. Is it Walt Disney that said in the Carousel of Progress that there's a great big beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day? I believe it was. And the reality is there might not be. So, yeah. What happens when you get psychopaths in power, though? Where is this piece going? This is literally a mirror image. It is what he said. I was correct there, Amy. It is what he said. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Beats and tapes. We are making a limited edition Lego set called Majisto's Workshop. I think for maybe copyright reasons they can't call this guy Merlin. It's clearly Merlin, right? That's Merlin. But Majisto in this set. Yeah, did you get flooded? That's a good question, actually. Did you get flooded during the downpours, if you will? And Beats, as long as you're here, why not click the like button? Okay. You know what? I'm nearly at the end of the first half of this already. Oh, you live on a hill. See, living on a hill when there's rain and floods and things like that, that's really handy. Living on a hill. Wales was real bad. Yeah, I saw that Wales was real bad indeed. This is getting to the point where I'm just going to have to plonk the GoPro there. Even though I can't really see the pieces that I need now. I need another big horn. Or as Shalini liked to call it, raptor tail. Well, yeah, you're right, Amy, to an extent. Not necessarily, perhaps. I mean, you guys own a mountain, don't you? So, not jealous. Not jealous of your mountain. kind of jealous of your mountain. Yep, we are joining them together. They're going to be like two halves of Amy's mountain. Oh, that's gone wrong. What is going on there? Oh, I see the problem. There's not a great big beautiful tomorrow where this is involved. I have fixed the issue. The issue is repaired. There we go. I can't climb that mountain, so don't be jealous. I don't think I would be able to climb that mountain either, so don't worry about that. You're not the only one. Maybe my mobility scooter would get up the mountain. Not sure. Probably not. Not gonna lie. What am I doing here? Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. We're going to do another one of these. Bruce has to wear mountain climbing cleats. Now, please enlighten me. What on earth are mountain climbing cleats? I'm assuming there's some form of shoe. But we don't use the term cleats here in the United Kingdom. So that's interesting. That's an interesting one. Yes, ducks tomorrow, but they won't be live, Shalini. Ducks are going to be filmed in a much higher quality video and in landscape, not in portrait. Because they're getting the recognition that they deserve for being sent all the way here from wonderful Kentucky. So, I like people who climb icy mountains. Oh, you mean like with the spikes in them? With the spikes, so he has to wear like shoes with spikes in them. That's interesting. I could be completely wrong there. This is where she goes, no, not with the spikes in them. Ah, yes, spikes. I was correct. Aha. See? I'm not just a pretty face after all. There you go. But look, a blue flame. Blue flame. That's pretty nice. Like togogs. What are togogs? 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 I'm probably absolutely destroying that pronunciation. But like those, asks Beats and Tapes. Football togs. Oh, you mean like football boots? You know, I've never heard of them being referred to as football togs, I'm not going to lie. Never heard that. Is that a Welsh thing? You know, you Welsh can come up with some questionable. I don't know if you've ever heard the Welsh language, Amy, but I don't think even the Welsh can understand the Welsh language. They don't really seem to have any vowels, so they just sort of go. That's sort of the Welsh language. He's going to tell me you're not wrong in a sec. Like Clarifley, we're going to Clarifley, and then when you look at how it's spelt like with 16 L's and. See, he's not denying it. He's not denying it at all. He knows I'm right. She said, "Yes, I can sing Men of Harlech. Don't ask me why." Oh, so you understand the Welsh? You must be the first and only American that understands the Welsh language. You must be. So I'm impressed. I'm extremely impressed. Even Beats, who lives in Wales, does not understand the Welsh language. Not a clue. Oh, I do amuse myself. See, he's agreeing. He's agreeing. I mean, how many Welsh people in Wales actually know the Welsh language? There are about 6 of you, right? And despite that, All of your road signs are in English and in Welsh. Amy says she was traumatized as a child. Um, that doesn't surprise or shock me. Your sister and your gran, what, the only two people left in Wales that know the language? Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Look, I've been learning French for over 200 days, and I'm still not very good at it. I'm okay at it. I'm starting to understand things that are said to me, and I'm, starting to actually hear things and translate them instantly in my head. But you could give me 2,000 days learning Welsh, and I'd just be like, what? What are you talking about? You're speaking in tongues, man. You're speaking in tongues. Oh dear. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop. I'll stop. My bad. Isn't the king supposed to speak well? I doubt the king speaks Welsh. He probably says he does, but do you really think he's ever going to have to prove it? He's the Prince of Wales, certainly, but I doubt he can speak the language. Well, he's not the Prince of Wales anymore, actually. Isn't that he was the Prince of Wales? Now the Prince of Wales is that other one, William. I say that other one because I don't really keep up with the royal family. I don't really care for the whole royal thing. It's an outdated system of subservience, essentially. It's not for me. I mean, there are people that are royalists and they think that, the royals do a great service to this country and all of that. I'm not one of them, but in the same breath, if you are, fill your boots. They're not doing me any harm. Well, they might be doing me harm. I don't know. But personally speaking, they're not doing me any harm. And they're probably not shape-shifting lizards either, as I know many people often accuse them of being. They're just, in my opinion, a family of people who believe that they're born into a higher state of nobility. They think they're more important than you, me, or anybody else, and I just think that sort of thing is outdated. But that's just me. We moved past it. Beach says he knows a swear word in Welsh. Is it just the F word without the U, like? He said yes. Oh, come on, you've got to admit you've missed this kind of back and forth with me, haven't you? Even I might find myself a bit too funny, but hey, I'm allowed. Look, one day the Welsh will learn to speak properly, right? One day. That day is not today, but one day. I mean, Shalini's Irish. There's plenty could be said. Oh, Mama Dog is fine, is she, Amy? Mama Dog is fine. That's good. It's good that Mama Dog is good. How many dogs have you got now? Don't know any swearing in Irish. Uh, None at all. Do you even know your own? Do you know your heritage language at all, Shalini? Do you know Irish? Is it Gaelic? Is it, or is Gaelic Scottish? Somebody will have to educate me. I'm quite enjoying building this bit, actually. I'll show you it when it's done. I really like these bricks. These are some of my favourite Lego bricks. They're textured like actual brickwork. I think they're really cool. Beats. That's not words that you've just put in the chat. That's not words, mate. I know you want it to be, but it's not. It's not words. She only knows kiss her rear end. Naughty. Rude? I can't condone such language, Shalini. That's very rude. Very naughty. Amy says she knows swear words in Espanol. Española. I've not learned any in French yet. And considering I've been learning, I mean, I don't think Duolingo teaches you the swear words. I don't think it's Duo Rudo or Rudolingo. Could well be though. You never know. You never know. I am quite enjoying this little build here. I've only done the first half. I've not even started to build his shack or his actual workshop. I think this is just sort of his bedroom. But it's quite cool. What we're doing right now is we're strengthening the hinges. Oh dear. So, do you know swear words in Spanish because they're more fun to say? Or do you know swear words in Spanish because you have Spanish friends? Enlighten me. Yeah, we're definitely getting to the end of stage 1 now. It's coming along. Then we're going to stick this new hinge piece on top, and that should strengthen the hinge even further. There we go, look at that. We got a nice strong hinge now. Oh, Amy sends $5 super chat. It says, you did it. Your goal is complete. And I've got to give you a woohoo. Woohoo. That's it. That was my end of the bargain done. I know Spanish cuss words because I grew up next to Mexico. Ah, so what, Nevada or Texas? See, I know. I know. I've been to Dallas, actually. Bloody beautiful it is. Salt of the earth. Real lovely people. California. Oh, even worse. Ish. Oh. You did Spanish at school? Well, I did French and German at school. Beats and Tape says he wants to go to Houston. Well, I've been to Dallas. Do you want to go to Houston just so you can see Muskie Boy's SpaceX, or what's the reason? That's in Houston, is it? Yeah, California is like a dystopian nightmare, isn't it? Basically, like a dystopian nightmare, especially under Governor Gavin Newsom. But hey ho, it's a place I want to visit just once. I want to go to California because I want to go to the theme parks. I want to go to Disneyland, obviously. I want to go to Universal Studios, the original. I want to try out Six Flags Magic Mountain for all of them coasters. I mean, check out this Starbucks mug, right? It's from Walt Disney Studios Park at Disneyland Paris. It's got my favourite ride, the Tower of Terror, right there, alongside the Eiffel Tower. He wants to go to Screwed Up Records and Tapes. I'm going to have to wipe this coffee up. I spilled some coffee. Screwed Up Records and Tapes. Is it good? Do you really are like me? You're a lover of music, aren't you, Beats? Hence the name. You know me. You know I love music, and not to brag, but not too bad at it myself. So, this is the first half of this now complete. So we'll take a quick look at it. It's got like big wooden doors on the front now. And they open the gates. Doo-doo-doo. Got like a bedroom area, I guess. Nice place to entertain. And it's all hidden inside a fake mountain. You know what? I really quite like that. Really nice little build with loads of different parts. DJ Screw's record shop. R.I.P. DJ Screw. I don't know who DJ Screw was. But hey, if it's something that means something to you, then hopefully you get out there and you're able to do it. Now we are on to the second half. Yeah, New York's not exactly, and I didn't like it either. Orlando's lovely. Chicago, we only stopped inside Chicago O'Hare Airport for a few hours. We didn't actually really get to see the Windy City in full. But Dallas, Orlando, Miami was okay. I have not heard of Chopped and Screwed music, I'm afraid, dude. Am I supposed to have? Maybe. I don't know. But I've not. Oh, your cousin lives in Brooklyn. Oh, so you went to Brooklyn. Well, no wonder you didn't enjoy it. Fair enough, though. Once again, if you are watching and you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like button. Double tap the middle of the screen to like it if you're watching on a phone. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And get involved in the chat. Because we're building this set, yeah, sure. But we're also chatting alongside. This is your dad's side of the family. Okie dokie. Well, I can certainly see where you're coming from. Put it that way. I can certainly see where you're coming from. I'm not a fan myself. But some people are. And yeah, that's fair enough. There's more to get out here, look. There's more to tip out. It's nice to have some of you coming along this evening and keeping up with the things. You know what? For those of you who don't know, next week from the 2nd to the 6th, we are at Butlins in Bognor Regis, which is a British holiday / vacation type resort. We're going to be doing plenty there. We're going to be making videos. We're going to do a couple of live streams. We'll look at the food. We'll look at some of the new things that are on offer, such as tech putt golfing. We'll show you some of the shows, and we'll do some vlogs as well. Plenty of content coming out of Butlins. For some reason, people love it. They love it when we go to Butlins. So I don't mind that, obviously. But there'll be plenty coming up. The kids, hopefully, are going to have a wonderful time. Because that's what it's all about, you know. It's for the most part, it's all about the kids. Janine says, I went off one day on my own, got lost in the tube or subway in New York, has no signpost, etc. I asked folk for help. They were rude. Only one who helped was tube or subway worker and a cop. Thanksgiving is this Thursday, which means Black Friday is this Friday. We don't do, once again, Thanksgiving is an American tradition. It's not a British tradition. Black Friday never used to be a British tradition until about 5-6 years ago, maybe. And then they decided we were going to do it here for no reason at all because, well, I don't know why, but we do it now. But it's sort of like Black Friday month in places like Amazon. They're like, oh, look at our Black Friday deals. They start November the 4th. And you're like, but Black Friday is Black Friday. But, Amy, do you have turkey? Are you doing turkey for Thanksgiving? I do like turkey. But the problem with turkey is not many people know how to cook it right. I do, but not many people do. And you can end up with it very, very dry. This is a lady night. Look, this is definitely a lady's face. This is a lady night. She's going to look pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, and let's face it, Shalini, I don't know if it's like this in the States. You have to tell us, Amy, but a lot of the Black Friday crap that we get on deals here, you can get cheaper most of the year anyway. Quite a lot. A massive turkey breast, we barbecue it with a ton of butter. Oh my god, you are speaking my language. You are absolutely speaking my language there. Whew. I hope that you really do enjoy that. Pete says, my kids are getting old now. They didn't even want to go to the Christmas carnival this past weekend. We just watched the fireworks on top of the hill with my youngest. I'll tell you what, Beats, next year, I will come to the Christmas carnival with you. Is it a date? I'll do it. We'll make a video. You don't have to be on camera. You can be my honorary cameraman for the day if you'd like. But if your kids don't want to do it, I'll do it. I'll come to the Christmas carnival. Because I'm nice like that. There she is with her full night gear on. Yes, it's actually a pretty cool little thing. I really like the little dragon emblem on her top. My god, this camera is so good in macro mode. It really is cool. Oh, what, you'll come to the Christmas carnival in Wales as well, will you, Shalini? We'll make a real review UK meetup out of it. Amy says she never shops on Black Friday. Well, I'm not surprised because I've seen the videos. I think we've all seen the videos of the fights that occur on Black Friday out there in the United States. Wait a ticker. I'm getting this back. So this has come back in the... What is going on here? We're still continuing to build. Onto this. I thought we were building something separate, but hey. Put this back in. There's a lot of parts for this second part. So I shall try my best to power on through, boys and girls. No, and I mean, like I said, I don't know about you guys out there, but the Black Friday deals here are usually just crap. They look good, but they're not good. If that makes sense. They look good, but they're not good. Do you have pumpkin pie? Amy asks. Shalini, is pumpkin pie a thing? Is it a traditional thing on Thanksgiving? You have to let me know that. I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie, I'm not going to lie. Yep, pants. No, yeah, I agree, Shalini. It's not good, is it? The Black Friday deals. They try and make out that they're good. She says yes, but she prefers pecan pie. Pecan pie. Almost sounds like Pikachu pie. Pika pie. This thing is going to be built up. We're reinforcing the hinges some more. See, pecan pie sounds terrible to me, but that's just because I don't like food. Just give me a slab of meat, and I'm quite happy. So I'm building something twice now. At least it's telling me. I don't know if you can see that, but it says 2x right there. So I'm building something twice at least. Pecan pie. Yeah, no, not for me, but to each their own and all that. Use some good air ones. Did you like the Thanksgiving movie that came out last year, Ben? What, the Eli Roth one? I actually I still haven't seen it, but I've heard okay things. I haven't seen it yet, but I have heard okay things. And you know, when Eli Roth is involved in a project, it can get very convoluted and over the top, but it can also be pretty good. I mean, the first two Hostel movies are pretty good. They're not bad. The third Hostel movie, the less said about that, the better, I would say. But then Eli Roth wasn't involved in that. He didn't make that one. The dude's got an eye for horror, and he's got an eye for practical effects as well. But that third Hostel movie, wow, terrible, 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 terrible. Like I said, the first one was really good. The second one was a bit It was a bit more out there and silly, but the third one. Right, what are we doing with this? We're turning them over so they're like that. Then we're taking 4 of these. But yeah, he is a good filmmaker. It's like Ryan Johnson's a really good filmmaker. He's just, don't let him near the writing. Because he makes beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movies. It's the same with Zack Snyder, actually. Zack Snyder, he's brilliant with the camera work. Stop letting him do so much slow motion. But other than that, he's a really competent filmmaker. But he can't write for shit. Excuse my language, but he can't. Neither can most competent directors, though. They just can't write. And they need to stop getting the delusion in their head that they can. Let writers write and let directors direct. What, Key Lime? Well, yeah, because Keys, Florida Keys. Even I know this one. Shalini, Key Lime Pie will be lime from the Florida Keys. Hence, Key Lime. The Florida Keys is not somewhere you want to go alone. You'll end up eaten by gators. The Florida Keys they are lovely. They are lovely islands. They're beautiful, but very inhabited with alligators. Very inhabited. I tell you what, there's a cruise I actually want to go on. I believe it launches out of Florida, and it's classed as the world's worst cruise. And it's Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. They own a cruise ship, and I really want to go on the Margaritaville cruise. It would make a hilarious video. Maybe next year, if the channel's into revenue proper, we can start looking at things like that. Maybe. We shall see. Oh yes, we shall see. What am I looking for? Looking for another one or two of these. I'm building this thing up quite nicely, actually, at quite a nice pace. We're an hour and 12 minutes into this video, and the fact that I am probably halfway through stage 2, and I've been talking to you guys the entire time, you gotta hand me some props for that. But, you know, I hope you guys do enjoy these little streams that we're going to do. We're going to do more of these, I think. I think we're going to do more of these. Chrissy's got a load of Lego that I'm trying to convince her needs to be built on stream, especially things like the Nightmare Before Christmas set. She's not just in the mountain, Shalini. They own a mountain. They own a mountain. Imagine owning a mountain. Lucky. Although Amy says she can't climb it. But still, imagine owning a mountain. Imagine being able to say, you know what? I own a mountain. That'd be awesome. I want to own a mountain. Worst that you get in your back garden is foxes and seagulls. Yeah, but you're in Wales. You don't count. You don't count. How often do you get... Don't say it. How often do you get... No, don't say it. How often do you get sheep in your back garden, Beats? Shalini asks, what about the Mario wheel? Okay, let me talk to you about the Mario wheel for just a second, because the setup that we have here with this second camera is actually a test for the device that I'm using to capture the Nintendo Switch when Chrissy decides she wants to start playing on her Mario Mom channel. So if you want to click on her little Mario Mom and go subscribe, put yourself in the chat there a second, would you, babe? Say hello again. She will start playing Mario Kart on that channel at some point. So this is the device, the capture card that I'm using, because this is my phone, this top-down camera, and it works, as you can see. So she will start using the wheel, and we can have the camera going at the same time. You can see her on the wheel, and you'll see her driving the Mario Kart. We're getting ready to get that going and get that set up. So make sure you're subscribed, because she's going to do that type of stuff. She's gonna play it. She's gonna use it, and hopefully we're considering another arcade challenge video. We're going to head to a new arcade in the next few weeks, take a look at their big prize book, see if there's anything that we want, and then try and win it. Could take a bit longer this time, but we'll see. We'll see, because, you know, money. Hopefully the channel starts paying for itself at some point. That would be preferable. So if you'd like to support the channel in any way, you can always put in a super chat or become a member from just 99 pence a month. And we're going to restart the members only music streams. So if you feel like putting in song requests, then hopefully you'll be doing that like once a fortnight or once a month to begin with. But if you give me requests in advance and I don't know the song, then perhaps I can learn the song. Because oftentimes people will go, "Oh, can you sing this?" And I'm like, "What is that?" My daughter is singing, and she shouldn't be. Children are to be seen, not heard. I'm joking. I'm joking. Not scary when you have electric fences and razor wire and things that go pew pew. Yes, yes, yes. You Americans are. Whoa! Nearly went there. You Americans are far more adept at self-defense than us Brits, purely because you're allowed to be. Okay? You're allowed to be. We're not allowed to be. Vaughan got me into watching Narrowway Homestead because he had a little dog called Minion. Okay. Narrowway Homestead. There you go. Doing something else twice here now. I'm quite enjoying this little build. I thought it would be annoying, but it's not. It's very different. I like it. Got to find another one of these though. Somebody, if you're looking at the stream, point it out to me. Point it out to me. Amy says, "Where is Narrowway?" On YouTube, he also has a livestock guardian dog called Az. I found it. It was under here. I found it. What's a livestock guardian dog? So, like, a dog that doesn't eat the sheep. So, it knows that the sheep are food and the cows are food. But it just goes, woof woof, no, I'm not going to eat that. I'm so shocked my wife hasn't shouted across and started calling me names yet. But you know what? I shall take that as a win. I shall take that as a win indeed. Now, do we add a third camera at some point so we can have a front-on view? Like, from down here, and we can see top-down and front-on? Or do we just occasionally switch it around so that this is doing front-on? Maybe. I don't know. The dogs are bred to know what to protect and what to end. End, shall we say, Amy? Because YouTube and rules and all that. End is probably the best. Like border collies. Ah, you see, our dog. Where is she in the room? Where is she? River. River. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Right. Up, 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 up. This is not a trained animal. Here she is. Here she is. This is our dog, and she's quite pathetic. Say hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, beautiful. Hello. Such a hard life being a dog, isn't it? Love, attention, food. You need a shave. Yes, you do. You need a shave. Amy says, that is not a livestock guardian. It's too sweet. Right, off you go. Go see Mama. Off you go. Well, I don't even think, guys, that's a dog. I've always said to Chrissy, it's not a dog. It's 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 not quite a dog. But yes, that's River. That's our livestock guardian. She did not bite me. No, she came up for cuddles and love. And she enjoyed herself. She enjoyed being a star for a minute. Yeah, because I put her down and said, "Go, Mama." It's an alien. Tell John we found the aliens. I'm surprised he hasn't turned up. He might be live himself. I don't know, but usually he pops in and goes, "Oi, I'm here. Oi, from the Highlands, direct to you at Real Review UK. Oi." Apparently not today, though. Apparently not. Got to do this one twice as well. Make sure that this is really starting to build up, though. Check this out. It's really starting to look cool. Amy, I'm aware it's the worst Scottish accent ever. I'm doing it on purpose. I am aware of the situation. I am purposely butchering the Scottish accent because I've had to listen to a real one for nigh on 4 years. I love him dearly, but I'm here to butcher his accent. Oh, oh dear. There's no animosity towards anyone about anything. You know, people came on last night asking if there was any trouble because I'm not on the other channel anymore. It's not about animosity and it's not about trouble. It's just about doing something positive, doing something fun, and doing something that makes us feel good rather than consuming news all day, every day. And, you know, I hope people understand that. It was just absolutely destroying my mental health. So, I really enjoyed this. Yeah, well, of course, we're trying to be happy. We're always trying to be happy. We're trying to. This is about positivity. It's about fun. Why do you think we've got me, Chrissy, Natalie, and Lisa when she pops up, all working on this channel because we all want a bit of positivity in our lives, a bit of fun, a bit of joy. I know that Lisa is planning on filming some more stuff at Disneyland Paris for us in the next couple of weeks for the Christmas season. We've got obviously us doing the Christmas fantasy break at Butlins in Bognor Regis in just a week's time. A week today, we begin that. Looking forward to it. The kids are looking forward to it. Yeah. So it's about positivity, it's about fun, it's about joy, and it's not about anything negative. We don't do negative here. Or at least we try not to. I've missed something. You know when you miss something? That's me. I've missed something. I've got a little bit far ahead of myself, I think. What are these pieces? I'm very confused. Maybe I haven't missed something and I've just put something in the wrong place. Let me just check that. Yeah. Yeah, see? That was the issue. I've put something in the wrong place. Sorted! Two of those, two of those. And what size are we going? 1x3 bricks. 1x3 bricks. That's a 1x3 brick right there. Two of those. Pull them across. Can anybody see the second 1x3 brick? Gotta be. There it be. I've got to secure this camera tripod a bit better. Just a bit better. Forget boxing match, mud wrestling. Your container project is moving along then. Is the container the bunker? I think is the container the bunker? I think we could be convinced to go to some mud wrestling. Cover it for the channel. Yes, the fallout shelter. See? I do listen. And I'm not jealous. How deep are you going to bury it, though? Or have you already buried it? Or are you building it out before you bury it, and then burying it? What's the plan, Batman? I mean, I'm not going to lie, we don't actually own any land, so it would be completely futile for us to try and do the same thing. Can't bury it retrofitting it. Ah, fair enough. But are you in the midst of doing it? Have you had the container delivered, for example? Here we go. Stickers. It's time for more stickers. Boy, it's time to put on the stickers. We're going to take two of those. And then I've got to get one of these. And another one of these. Find that. Put that there. And it's time to put on the stickers. Fortunately, these are the last two stickers. Is that dog unable to open that door? And this is why we say the dog is pathetic, because the door is half open. And the dog's unable to open it. And my wife is now risen from the bed to open the door for the dog. Bruce is outside right now in it, putting in the electrical panel and air vents. Well, is it still daylight where you are? Because remember, here it's 8:30 at night. So I'm assuming it's, what, the middle of the afternoon there for you guys? Right, look, I have put on this sticker very wonky. Look at that. That's a wonky sticker. However, I don't care. I just do not care. Couldn't she just use her paws? But she was scratching at the gap in the door with her paws. And she wasn't even trying to open it. It's not a dog. I'm telling you, it's not a dog. Okay. Check this out. I've built some bay windows which are not very well lined up. But there you go. Built some bay windows for it. She's a bit daft, that's for sure. A bit daft, I think, is a bit of an understatement, Shalini. I think a bit daft is being generous to that animal. But we do love her dearly. So, at least there's that. She is loved. You know, she's well fed. She's insured even. She's got insurance through Costco. Oh, I do love Costco. I do. She had insurance through Tesco before, and we got to the renewal. We've never made a claim on her. Never made a claim on her. And we got to the renewal for this year, and they just, for no reason, doubled the price. And we've had her insured with them for what? 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. And for this year, what happened to my Costco vid? Ah, you see, that's an interesting question in itself. Do you want to hear what happened to my Costco vid? Went to shoot it, and Costco told me I had to stop filming, and then directed me to their media site on their website for media requests. And so I've had to put in a request to film in a Costco as a YouTuber, and now I'm waiting for them to get back to me. So this is apparently what they do with all YouTubers. You have to fill in, and one of the conditions of filling in this form was that you cannot show Costco in a negative light. I mean, I didn't intend to show Costco itself in any light, so that doesn't bother me. But I was only wanting to film the Christmas bits that were in there, but in order to film inside a Costco, you have to fill out their media request form and then wait for them to get back to you. And it's usually apparently a yes, so we'll just see what happens. All I want to do is film Christmas stuff. Be a bit festive. I've just lost the piece. There it is. That's it. But I've told them what store I want to film in, what date I want to film at, and what time I want to film at. And so it's just a case of now waiting to see whether or not they get back to us and what they say. Hopefully they say, yeah, it is a shop, but it's different to most shops, and I get this. Okay, so for example, for a shop like Tesco's, or Asda here in the UK, there is no expectation that you can't film within them because they're open to the public. I'm going to put this bit aside now because I'm building something twice here. So anyway, they're open to the public. The public can just walk in. Whereas a Costco is not open to the public. It's a private members shopping experience. So they can get away with it. Which is fine. You know what? Yeah, we don't want to rub anybody up the wrong way or anything like that. We want to do it all properly and above board, and if that's what they want and that's what they need, I guess that's what we'll do. You know, it's fine. So we've put in the request to film in about a week and a half at a certain Costco. We've asked for a couple of hours to film what we want to film, and apparently they will get back to me within 72 hours. And yes, I do have a Costco membership card, so it's not like I'm just turning up and I'm a random person who shouldn't be allowed to shop in there anyway. So hopefully they'll let us film, but we'll see. I will keep you updated on that. But yeah, they can ask you not to film because of the situation, because of what they are as a company. And I get it. Like I said, we're not here to rub anyone up the wrong way, and we don't want to get in bad with any companies because, you know, we really do want this, what we're doing, to be a success. And so certainly we're not going to compromise on our morals. And by that I mean, certainly if we think something is worth a negative review, it absolutely gets a negative review. You know, if people start offering us free tickets or trips to places, if that comes with caveats that we have to give a review in a positive light, then we won't accept it. Now, the reason we don't mind with this Costco thing so much is because we're not here to show off Costco in any light. We just want to show what Christmas bits they have. So, oh no, Costco does everything, Shalini. It's like a wonder store. It really is like a wonder store. It does everything. You can get, I mean, they sent me through an offer this morning. Apparently you can get iPads in there for like £239 at the moment. They're pretty cheap. And then, yep, hot dogs. You can get a hot dog and an all-you-can-drink drink together for £1.50. Made, hot, fresh, waiting for you. £1.50. And it will always be £1.50 as well. They've never put the price up, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie, because they're clearly losing money on that. Clearly, they're losing money on that, but they don't care. And I think that's pretty cool. Although I do really like their jacket potatoes. or baked potatoes, as you'll call them over in the United States. £2.99 for a baked potato with tuna and cheese. Bloody lovely. Really is. But no, you can get nice bakery goods in there. You can get good, you can get electricals, you get drinks, food, clothes even. You can do clothes shopping in there. Shit. Hold on a minute, folks. This might be an issue. I've lost something. I'll be right back. What the fuck? It's red. Right, you can get. Oh no. I don't know what it is with his desk, but it just seems to eat stuff. Where on earth has that gone? Babe, don't suppose you can see a 2x4 red plate with a black long plate, can you? Talk amongst yourselves. Amy says that we need Mario Mum in the chat. I'm aware. It's all going horribly wrong. It's all going swimmingly. Oh my word. It just went flying. I got it! Hey! I found it. Have you gone in the chat to speak to them yet? They're asking for you. Huh? You're too busy laughing at me. Okay, well that makes sense. I would also be too busy laughing at me, to be fair. I'll let you off. Whew. Yeah, Costco sell trainers. I was in there the other day, they had some trainers in there. I should build Lego. I introduced you to building Lego. It's true, you know. I did. You've never been to Costco, have you, babe? No, you said that in the chat. Whereas I'm an executive member, don't you know? Oh yes, an executive member. Nope, that's the wrong piece. See? Maybe I should never build Lego. Yes, executive. Oh, I don't pay for my membership, thankfully. My dear friend and channel partner Lisa, for her tour company Rebellion Tours, you should go check them out. rebelliontours.com. If you ever want a tour of London with a bit of a twist, she has a Costco account for her tour company, and she gave me a membership from that, which we are using and really appreciate. And she's quite happy that I'm shopping there because, and I get fuel there as well, because any purchases that I make, she gets 2% back throughout the year, which can really add up. And do you know what? For the free membership, for the free executive membership, fantastic. I do not care. She can have that 2%. I hope she loves it. I hope she enjoys it, and I hope it's worth it. Blimey, Amy, America is so different to us. Yeah, US Costco sells. I mean, like US Walmart, you can go in and get bottles of things like ibuprofen, like 500 pills in a bottle. You can't get those here. You can get literally big bottles of them. with like 500 pills in, just on the shelf. 2 packs of 16. 2 packs of 16. Unless you go to Poundland where they'll sell you free. Yeah, they do. If you go to Poundland, they'll sell you free, but purely because it's free for £1. What am I doing? So yeah, I've made 2 of these. I've now got to put 2 spears across these. Oh, spears. You like a spear? No, not those. I don't think Costco sells that type of helpful aid, shall we say. But I could be wrong. Oh, look, we're actually going to put the roof on this thing now. We're bringing it back. Going to put the roof on this thing. Got to put these slide pins through. This is really quite clever. I really like this. This was a freebie, actually, this set. It was never one that you could buy. It came free when you spent a certain amount of money. But you found it, Chrissy found this set for me. She thought I might like it. She found it on a car boot sale, or what you in the States might call a swap meet, I think. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. Yeah, we call them a boot fair, but in America they call them like a swap meet. I think swap meet is the term where you all turn up and you sell things out of your cars. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Though I do think on this instance, once again, I'm probably quite correct. Yep, swap meet. There we go. But how much did you pay for this? £10, and it was brand new and sealed. I think that's worth every penny. I think this is a beautiful little set. Yeah, it was. I was just saying it was a freebie. It was not one that you could buy. So it came free when you probably, looking at a set this size, it probably came free when you spent about £100, I would imagine. Which is pretty darn cool. I'll tell you what's not darn cool. I'm pretty sure there is actually a piece missing now. I was wrong. Never been happier to be wrong. There it is. Give you a bit more of a top down. I mean, you can't really see much now because the roof's on. But I'll show the whole thing off when we're done. We're very close to the end here. Getting it done. If you are watching live, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the like button if you haven't already. And of course, you can become a member to this channel and help us out with not just these Lego builds, but the travel, the theme parks, the resorts, the reviews, the movies from just 99p a month. And there are members only benefits. If you want to go a little bit more crazy, you can be like Amy and become an elite reviewer. I'm still in shock that you have upgraded your membership to that level, but I really do appreciate it, and so does Chrissy. She says thank you from across the room. But no, we do appreciate the support. I don't know where the magician goes. I think we're going to find that out in a minute. I think we're going to find that out. We're getting close to the end, like I said, and then they're ruining it by putting these giant leaf things on it. And yeah, I do say that's ruining it. But maybe you agree or disagree. I don't know. I think this is ruining it. De nada para mi amigos. Does that mean no problem, my friends? I don't speak Spanish. I'm just guessing. But or sí. Sí, sí señora. Sí señora. I have no idea what thank you is in Spanish. Do you know, babe? Do you know what thank you is in Spanish? Oh, gracias, that's right. Muchos gracias. Muchos gracias. Yes, Amy upped her membership to the top tier, the $7.99 Elite Reviewer, which mind blowing. So thank you. Absolutely mind blowing. I'm building some axes now. Look at those. I mean, look how good this macro camera is. You can see the writing on that tiny little axe. And then they go down in here. Up like that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, what is the weather like over there in Kentucky? Oh, this is getting. You know what? I can forgive the leaves. I can forgive them. Although we're getting another 2 put on there now. Maybe not. They're going on the ends of this. How's that even going on there? Directly through the middle. Okay. You have to give me a minute. I'm trying to work this out. This is fiddly. As fiddly as you like. Yeah, but what is it like over there in Kentucky? I know that Bruce, like you said, is putting on the bomb shelter or fallout shelter electrics and stuff right now. Cold and wet. Yeah, but what do you guys consider cold? Like, is it the same as what we in Britain would consider cold, or is it? Do you guys get snow, for example? Because here in where we are in the UK, we don't. Not really. Where is this going? Right. Okay. Oh, you get snow, so you probably end up colder than us then. You probably end up colder than us. Fair enough. If you are watching on the phone, the way to like the stream is to just double tap the middle of the screen. Give it a quick double tap. Have you done that, babe? Okay. A quick double tap on the middle of the screen, and that likes the stream. And we are doing vertical at this particular moment in time because that's what YouTube pushes out more. Once we've got a bigger subscriber base, we will move to horizontal streams, just purely because they look better. But in the meantime, whilst we're trying to get our content pushed out, we'll be doing vertical streams for the time being. And I hope that doesn't bother people too much. Oh shit. You know what? This is supposed to be a family friendly channel, and I keep putting in the occasional S bomb, and it is well warranted though. I'm not gonna lie, it is well warranted. I'm about to be able to show this whole thing off. I'm a bit confused. We've got a lock. Oh cool, we've got a lock for the door. We've also got a couple of bits left over that probably aren't meant to be. Oh well. Such is life. The northeast is going to get hammered, is it? I mean, but this is the type of piece that I prefer. It's a printed piece rather than a sticker. And that's what it looks like. That's pretty cool. Tiny, but it looks really good. And then that's the lock for the door. We'll put that on at the end. That is my lock. Or my lick. Right, so let's start having a look at this thing then. Let's take a look at the figures for a sec. We've got the female knight. And you can take off a helmet and add a hairpiece, which we will probably lose. But there's her hairpiece. And then we've got... Right, look. They're calling this guy Majisto. This is Merlin. Oh, no, let's get him in frame. This is Merlin. I am not calling him Majisto. I am calling him Merlin. That's a classic representation of Merlin. And that's what we're going with. But then we've got the workshop itself. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the weird trees, but here is the workshop itself. So we'll take a look at the outside. I'm trying to frame this up correctly, so I'm looking over there where the screen is, and then it opens up. And then we've got this entertaining area, I guess. Blank space. A ladder. It's not very well filled out in the interior, but on the exterior they've done a very good job. I mean, you got log doors that the lock goes on. Let me put the lock on, shall we? Let's put the lock on. There you go, the lock's on. And it's actually locked up quite well. That's not opening now. They've tried to detail all of it. It's kind of built into a mountain, built into a rock. I really love these texture bricks. These are my favourite Lego pieces by far. I could just make things out of those. Just simply out of those. I love them. But that is one of the pieces that you don't like, Amy, just fell off. That is Majisto's workshop. Majisto, Merlin, whatever you want to call him. So I'm gonna switch over to the alternative view and say good evening. So yeah, I don't mind sticking around for another 10 minutes or so, but you need to find a Fallout Lego set if they make one. Well, hold on a gosh darn moment, and I will take a look for you and see if they do. I've got to pull this up onto the correct screen. Go up there. Right. Let me take a look. Right. Fallout. No, spell it correctly, Ben. Spell it correctly. Fallout. Lego. No, they haven't made an official Lego set by the looks of it. But there's unofficial stuff that that you can get, I guess, the instructions for, and you can get non-official Lego minifigures of like the Fallout guy and stuff like that. So you can go around that way, but I imagine it's not too long until they probably do come out with official sets, because let's face it, the Fallout TV series has absolutely reinvigorated life into the franchise. So I imagine probably not too long. And that's the coffee down. I mean, let's go. In fact, let me just do some screen swapping. I'm going to do some screen swapping. I'm going to pull you up onto this screen. I'm going to pull you down onto this screen. I'm going to put this up here. Then I'm going to try and see if we can get... Let's get you... Oh, you know what? Running like 4 screens at once. See, there we go. Now you should be able to see my screen. And a little bit more of me and the tripod that's holding the top-down camera. But yeah, so we can have a look here. You can get like post-apocalyptic Vault outfits and stuff like that for the minifigures. Bottle? Oh, what here? This is Fallout Wasteland Nuka World miniature. That's what that is. On Amazon.co.uk. So anyway, I'm looking to see if yeah, people are doing mocks, my own creations. That's what MOC stands for, like Vault 33 and stuff like that. But currently, there is no actual official Fallout Lego going on here. What else? I'll tell you what. Let's go and check out. I want to show you the brand new Diagon Alley from Harry Potter that's coming out. It's leaked and it looks absolutely amazing. But I guarantee you, if I buy it at any point, I will not be able to build it because it will be immediately taken by somebody. Look at that. I want it. It's like in micro build scale. But I really do want it. It's coming out in 2025, so it's not quite yet. And probably going to cost probably around 100, 150 pounds, I would imagine. It's like 2,000 parts in it, but they're very small parts. Reject non-essential, please. Why am I on Reddit? I do not like Reddit. Right then, boys and girls. I think it's time to start winding this down. And thanking you all once again for coming along, for your likes, for your comments, for your conversation, and for your super chats and helping me reach that super chat goal of £5 within the first hour. Really do appreciate it. The gold thing's a new feature that they've rolled out to some creators. We're on the list, baby. But Totoro Lego. Totoro. I'll tell you what. Amy. If we come back either tomorrow or Wednesday, we will continue to look through for other things. We on the next stream we might not do Lego. We might look at some film trailers. We might just have a chat. We might even be out somewhere. We might not even be here. Who knows? But that's the great thing about this. And yes, I have also had an awesome time. And thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us in any way. And as always, we will speak to you in the next one. Bye for now.